Good evening, this is your Psychic LJ reporting for the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. Eventually I got on. Had trouble getting on tonight. Is anybody there? It is 11:12 p.m. UK time. Heading towards the witching hour. Can anybody hear me? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Good evening, mystery. Hi there, four love fairies. Hi, James. Hi, everybody. And Susan slapped the cabbage. Eventually, I had trouble getting on there. I had to try 2 attempts. I think the internet's a little bit whiffy tonight, globally. How are you all doing? And the last time I tried the tea leaves, the same thing happened. Can you remember? So eventually we're going to get to do the tea leaves. I've got my pot of tea. Okay. And you see, because they know that I'm good at doing the tea leaves. How are you all doing? I don't know if I'm multi-stream or if I'm just on Twitch. Can you check, guys? Can you see? Oh, I don't know if I've gone on. Right, so there's something strange going on. Oh dear me. Oh, I'm on YouTube. Oh, that's good. Give us 2 minutes. So it must be a bit of a time delay. How are you all doing? Hi, Teddy. YouTube's fine, that's good. I think there must be a bit of a time delay, mustn't there, guys? Okay, just get comfortable. It's been warm today, hasn't it, guys? What you've been up to? Hello in Mansfield. So we're going to look into the tea leaves tonight. Now I thought about it, I thought I can't hit everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the tea leaf cup for global predictions. I'm going to read around see what the cup has to say, okay? It's normally really good because I'm a scryer, if anybody doesn't know. And then I thought I would hit all 4 categories of all the star signs and maybe pick some individual people out the audience as well, because you can't hit everybody, so that everybody gets a chance. So I'm going to go fire signs, earth, air and water. And I'll explain it as I'm going. So at least you're all getting something, because unfortunately I can't read everybody in the audience. I would love to. So we'll do the world predictions first, then we'll do the 4 categories of the star signs, and then I'll pick some individual, just a few out of the audience. How about that? And wait for a few more to come on, and then we're going to do a healing circle. And how's everybody been feeling? I know it's crazy times we're living in at the moment, isn't it? And I couldn't even tell you what's happening down on Capitol Hill. You'll have to fill us in. I don't even know what's happening. But then again, that's a good thing, because it means I'm going in blindly. So I've got my coffee as well. I'm going to be well coffeed in tea tonight. Well, decaf. Oh, that sounds nice, Amy. Making homemade pizza. Well, I'm in the middle of building a veggie garden. And with railway sleepers, believe it or not. So I think it's going to look rather smart when it's all done. So it's took like nearly 2 years to get back into my garden after my brother had passed. And this year I'm serious about it, because I do really believe, which I'm going to look into the tea leaf cup tonight, that there could be problems with food in shops and trade and stuff like that. So we're going to look into finance and everything like that. So I thought, you know what it is, I'm going to be prepared, even if I've got some veggies for me Christmas dinner. You've been changing your diet there, Mary. I do believe that the children born onto the earth plane now are very old souls, yes. Well, they've been coming in for a long time now, for at least nearly 20 years or more. But I just believe the children coming in now, the little ones, they're on a different level. Oh, yes, Homebird. Oh, yes. So I just believe that there's been a lot of cover-ups to do with this morning. And I will look into that as well. But I'm going to enjoy doing this. I've got my little teacup. And I'll not try and spill this near my laptop. I've got my hot pot of tea. So obviously I'm just going to put a little bit in, because what you've got to do is you talk about, obviously if you're reading somebody, you talk to them, okay, you analyse them. Normally you would get them to drink the tea, okay. But I'm going to do it the opposite way around, to concentrate on you all, different categories of the star sign and global events, talk about situations, and then when I'm at the dregs of it, what you do is you turn it upside down and you turn it around 3 times clockwise, and then you look at the cup. I've heard aquaponics, yeah, is more efficient than grown in soil. But unfortunately, I'm not that techno when it comes to stuff like that in the garden. I'm just going to use my old turf, what I've got, and try it that way. You can do readings with eggs. You can do readings with candle wax as well. That's another good one. I'll try that one night. And you're working on the patio garden, Stooge, as we speak? Well, you've got to get into it, haven't you? But I've got all the root vegetables I'm going to grow. I went OTT watching I binge watched loads of people on YouTube last night, how they did their veggie gardens and that. So I'll let you know how it gets on. I'll do a video on it. So June Ritchie on Twitch in the audience her granny used to do the tea leaf readings. Well, obviously I started off with the palm and then the tea leaf readings, and then took it from there with the cards in Hey Ho in the crystal ball. But I am a scryer. Steve from Greenside up passed yesterday, planting seeds in his memory. Oh, that's so sad. There's a lot of people exiting at the moment, isn't there? And what I want to say is, before I start is, I want to say 2 things. To the greatest ever icon of me growing up listening to all the club music, okay, is Tina Turner. God rest her soul. I believe heaven's got another star in the heavens there tonight, like the other night. And then also Dr. Bashar. I don't know if anybody knows who he is. He was a massive in the truth movement, and I want to send healing blessings out to him and his family, because he's sadly left the earth plane as well. Very bizarre, that. Yeah, absolutely fantastic entertainer. But I believe all the children, like people are saying in the audience, there's a lot of people having grandchildren at the minute, and people who are having children. The babies coming onto the earth plane now are on a different level. Yeah, so was our June Ritchie. So was I. I've never seen Tina Turner live. I bet she was fantastic. Steamy windows. It just reminds us of the club scene. So, before we start, if anybody knew who's coming in, I ding-a-ling my bells and I invoke the 4 archangels to come in and my guides to bring a healing circle in. It's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church. So it just means that if you need any healing, this is timeless. All you've got to do is write the name in the comments section. If maybe it's yourself or anybody, even a pet. If you're worried about anything, and they will receive the healing and protection in the prayers. Okay? It is timeless. You can also do it in the comment section afterwards if you want, and you will definitely get healing, because this has been fused up with Reiki. Oh, that's nice, James. I'm simply the best. Nobody will beat Tina Turner, but thank you. Our Silverbird song in Twitch. My late husband and I saw Tina in Paris years ago. She was brilliant. I bet she was. I bet that was phenomenal. So, let's start. I want to burst into song, you know, like the song Phil Collins, Something in the Air Tonight. I just feel there's something in the air tonight, guys, isn't it? Okay. I didn't know Cher was friends with Tina for nearly 50 years. For 50 years. Wow, Lance. Well, she's another amazing one, isn't she? They're just amazing women. Okay, let's start. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, invoke Archangel Raphael, invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, invoke Archangel Gabriel, invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, invoke Archangel Uriel, invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my true guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I, and Ra, to come forth to give us the true answers tonight in the teacup for everybody, and to bring healing and protection into this circle, that everybody is protected. The circle of light is cast. Let's begin. Amen. So be it. There we go. I love doing that. Okay, I was going to ask, where's my crystal ball? Okay, so it's all getting crazy, isn't it? It's just so heavy at the moment. And I want to say, like, the swamp is draining. It really, really is. I believe that it's going to take time. I said this 3 years ago and people were saying, oh no, it's going to sort out next week because all the intel was out there, and no, it's going to take years. It's because we're going in to new earth. So what I'm going to do is, cheers guys. Whoa. Let's pour this cup of tea. This is for, oh God, could you imagine if I blinking poured it all over us? Nice cup of tea. Best of British tea. It might take us a little while to drink this. Oh God, it looks a little bit weak. I put loads of, these are loose tea leaves, guys, if anybody doesn't know. It's not tea bags. Oh, it's actually quite nice. Loose tea is really worth investing in, guys, okay? Because they reckon with the tea bags, it's got bleaching, and it's not good for your health if you really want to get into the nitty gritty of it all. It is a big pot, isn't it? Well, I've got a lot of work to do tonight. I should have got a little teapot. Okay. So I'm gonna look into the United States of America. I'm just putting it into this tea bag. I'm gonna look into the UK. I'm gonna look into different celebrities. I'm going to look into, I think I'll look into Japan. I'm going to look into the space programs. I think I'll look into Musk. I'll just see what this cup has to say. Let's put the vibes in. I'm going to look into the collective of how we're going to be feeling within the next few months, as we navigate through this storm. Yeah. It's a very popular thing. You can read coffee as well, but I prefer to read tea leaves. Oh yes, I want to say I'm going to be paying later a lot. I'm going to look into Elon. I want to look into just different characters. I want to look into maybe different candidates, what could be going forward. Because obviously you can't ask the cup, you've just got to see what it has to show. I'm going to look into Parliament. I'm going to look into, for the British people, of how they are going to be coping, if they're going to be trying to push this 15-minute cities more. I'm going to see if there's any world disasters ahead that we should watch out for, crazy weather, that type of thing. Just see what everything has to say. I'll not be long. I want to say that we're living in such times where everything is so fluid, and my guides keep saying that there's different timelines at the moment, and what we must do is we have to keep grounded. The leaves move, yes. So like I say, everybody will receive healing in the audience tonight. I think I'll get my crystal ball as well. Where is she? There she is. I'm going to use her as a transmitter. And it's funny because we've got her in a crown tonight. So I'm going to possibly look into what's happening with King Charles as well. What moving forward, everything what's happening with the royal family. Parliament is a big one. We're going to look into that. I'll just put her there. Can you look into the Reform Party in the UK? What's the Reform Party? The stand, thank you, Mystery, was Paul's candle holder. And I just thought it looked nice with the crystal in, so I put it into the crystal. I feel I've got white buffalo here. You never know, we might get some channeling done tonight as well. But it's been so hot, so I've been excited with my garden. And I'm going to grow all sorts, from root vegetables to fruit tree. Well, I've got fruit bushes anyway. All sorts of things. So I'll probably do a video and show you when it's all finished. I might even get a little bit creative and try and grow some beans and stuff like that, because you've got to grow them up like a mesh, haven't you? Everybody's really feeling it at the minute. Goodness me, is there anything in there? Oh yeah. I'll not be a minute. And of course I've got to try and strain it through my teeth, because the last thing I want to be doing is drinking the bloody things. You'd laugh, guys, because once I went to get my tea leaves done with my mother when I was a young woman, and we travelled on the bus. It was out of Newcastle. It was up past County Durham in the Wells and Woolly. And we went to see this old lady who was supposed to be good at doing the tea leaves. So we went. It was a Sunday evening, and we went, and we got two buses to get there. It was hilarious. And when we got there, she was lovely, and she made her a pot of tea, and she gave her a cup each, and then you were supposed to go into the other room. And she took me into the other room, and she goes, "Oh, I can't read your teacup, my dear. You've drunk them all." And I'd gone all that way, and I paid her. Get this one, I paid her, and I says, "Well, can I have another cup of tea?" And she goes, "No." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I gave her some good money for it as well, and she wouldn't read it. She said I drank the bloody tea. Can you believe that, guys? So that was my experience of getting my tea done, my tea leaves done. No, she wouldn't give us my money back. I just thought it was funny. Okay. Nearly done. Oh, it's very eerie at the minute, guys, isn't it? Right. This is for global well, predictions. Let's do it. Right. 1, 2, Wow. Got some on the saucer as well. I'll read the saucer afterwards. Okay. Right. Okay. So what I'm feeling is that there is light. There is light and it's been dimmed away. Listen carefully to what I'm saying, okay? And it's as if we are ascending across the planet and the darkness is trying to like compress us down. But where you can't have the light without having the dark, as you know. But it's as if there's some sort of big grey dark cloud what's trying to mask, and it's been there for a long time. It's trying to mask our reality. And I'm being shown here that we are through the ninth gate. Okay, now I've talked about this before in my previous live shows, and if you don't know what I'm going on about, you can check it out. So the ninth gate is it's coming into new earth. Okay, so we're still on the earth, but we've created the new earth. So there's people on different realities on this planet at the moment, and this is why there is a fracture. So everybody's reality is different to everybody's reality. Like, people are on different levels. So we're trying to find our tribe family, and through this process we will find our soulmates, twin souls. I'll do a video on this at some point. Now, to find your soulmate or your twin soul, it doesn't mean that you have to have like sort of raving sex. It doesn't have to be like that. It could just be that you've found your companion, all right? And we're finding our soul family. That's what we're looking for, and that's what it's all about. So, and for people who are in relationships, it's an interesting one because everybody is going to go to a more telepathic level. So once you come through this ninth gate, it's a bit like, if you want to label it as fifth dimension, even though the star races that are a channel, they say that it's more than that. We are spiritually ascending, and really we are a lot more ascended than what we know. Because everything that we on this planet, we categorize everything. Got tea leaves in my mouth. Okay. So there is a massive fracture, and it's going right the way through the USA. Okay. So it's a split of reality, and it's a sever in the road. And I'm actually getting, it's between June and August. June and August. Yes. So as Mary said in this audience on Twitch, do we find our star families? It's more that we're not looking for people to come from the skies. We are becoming more sensitive, more empathic. And through meditation, you can connect with your guides and your angels in star races. Does that make sense? But then once you start to become more ascended, my experiences, which I'll do a video on, I do believe that they come through into the physical reality. So like I said, we are a lot more magical than we know. So this grey cloud, what is over the world at the moment, it's like it's literal there. So I don't know if it's like in the sky where they're hiding stuff, but I also want to say that there is light there, and people are starting to see the light. That a bit like, is it Neo in the Matrix? It's like you realize, it's a realization. That's what it's about. So I've got the womb of Mother Earth here, and she's really, really birthing into new Earth, okay? And I'm very drawn to, I want to say Africa is the stem of something. Africa is the heart. The veil is so thin, Tinkerbell. It's so, so thin. And there's a very feminine energy what's coming in across this planet. And of course, it doesn't mean everyone's going to turn feminine. I don't mean that. It's just like and I don't mean like masculine energy is not understanding. I just feel there's a softer energy what's coming in, and it's going to bring more balance. And it's definitely going to hit into the USA. But I'm seeing a lot of toxic energy to come out. I'm seeing spies. And I'm getting I've said this before, a bit like James Bond. And there's going to be another raid, so I don't know where that's coming in from. All right. Can you hear us all right? Because it looks like the chat's stalled. Let's just refresh this chat. Refresh the chat. Oh, I've lost yous. Where yous gone? Oops, there you are. We've got one. So we're coming out of that 3D programming. Yes, Sue, that's what it's about. So I'm saying lots of like FBI. Listen carefully to what I'm saying. They look like FBI. It's definitely the USA, and it's dark, right? I've seen this vision before. And torches. And I don't know if it's like a raid or it's some big paparazzi outside of a house. Could you speak a little louder, please? Can you not hear us? Give us a 5-5 if people can't hear us. Gang stalking and targeting. They don't want me to be watching this. You're fine. You're safe in this circle. Low for me. Oh. Right. What's happening? Can you hear it? Audio loud and clear. Hello, hello, hello. Right, okay. It's every time I try to do this, something strange goes with the internet. It's really, really weird. Okay, so I'm seeing Donald Trump's face and it's bouncing out of this crystal ball, and he's got a key. Listen carefully to what I'm saying. He's got a key to something what they wanted, or they know he knows something. I'm not saying he's perfect, but they know he knows something, or he's got something. And it's something what's lost. It's something that he has. Okay. So that's like part of things coming out. I'm also seeing a big sever in the road in the White House, and there's going to be an exit. A sudden exit. Now, I don't know of when. I'm getting 16. 16's coming through very strong. That could be the 16th. Also, as well, watch for hearing of somebody in Congress who isn't going to be very well. I don't know if it's been an announcement they weren't well, or there's going to be somebody who's announcing they're not well. Okay. So that's what I'm saying there. There's also going to be more shocks to come out with different people leaving the earth plane. Remember, we can't live forever. Well, we used to live a long time. You know, back in the olden biblical times. How old was Moses and all of them people? But through modern day living and everything. But I mean, that was quite an age for Tina Turner, wasn't it? But there's going to be, you've got to understand, there's a lot of people, especially on the political front in the United States of America, who are you know, quite oldies. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be some shocks to come there this year. No later than May of next year. Okay. Right. I'm actually also saying that there's going to be big news to do with Ghislaine Maxwell. And a woman to come forward. Well, this is quite clear, this. Interesting. So, yeah, everything's draining. And because it's not just to do with politics, it's also to do within the media as well. And it's to do with, how can I put it? You can't have two rules, can you? If you have a rule, you've got to stick to that rule. It can't be one rule for one and one rule for the other. And it's a message what the cup's given me tonight. And it's as if I want to say this to what's to come out within politics, within the United States of America. But I also want to, I feel very, very strongly, it's also to do with ITV. Okay? ITV okay, to do with the scandal, recently to do with this morning, because I want to say that there has been cover-ups there. Now, what people don't know what I'm going on about Philip Schofield, who is very, very well-known TV presenter. I believe he's been there for 2 decades or more, with Holly. But obviously there's all sorts of rumours flying around, okay? But what it was, if anybody doesn't know what I'm going on about, you can Google this. It's all over the internet. He came out being gay, which there's nothing wrong with that. But obviously, you know, he'd been married, poor wife that he had, and children. But it was at the time when he was having an affair with a young man who was a runner there on ITV, okay, who put a gag order on him. And there's just been loads of stars have come forward. Okay, loads of stars have come forward about stuff about him that he apparently is not that nice. These couple which were on, they weren't a couple, they were just like friends, Holly and Phil. They were like sort of squeaky clean, you know, like this morning talking about, you know, like what turf you buy, or you probably have this morning in the USA and Australia and beyond. You know, nothing like major. Like my dog talks, or my husband sleepwalks in the middle of the night, you know, just daft things like that. Price of fish, that type of thing. And the latest was that obviously his brother is just gone to prison for, you know, not nice things with children. And so I don't know if it's that, but I believe there's more going on, because then all of a sudden he resigns. So is it a case, I'm just saying of the cup scene, and it's a yes, that there is going to be more stuff to come out there to do with ITV? Have they covered this up? Because there was also the lovely couple, Eamon and Ruth, who were on there, and they were, I don't know if they were sacked or they're told to leave with no reason. And they were a married couple. And Eamon's come forward, it's all over Twitter, saying things about him as well. So there is some cover up here. But the thing is, you can't have one rule for one and not the other, right? So have they known, do they know that there is something what's explosive news to come out there? Now, obviously, this Matt, he's called, I'll not say his surname for legal reasons, but he's come forth, and he apparently was only 10 when Phil was started to follow him, and then 10 years old, yeah, and then starts dating him when he hits 17. Now, you know, I just don't think that's appropriate to use. It's like, say, like if you know, your next door neighbour's son. And the question is, would this have come out if it been a girl? It's been hidden by the ITV, and it should be the case for lads as well, for boys as well. They should be protected as well. Yeah. So it's like you wouldn't go out with your neighbour's kid who you've grown up with, would you? You just wouldn't, would you? So to me, I am getting the words grooming in here. But there has been a cover-up, so I just feel there's more stuff to come out, more explosive news to come out there. The question is, did Holly know? I believe Holly's... the media are having a go at her, like they do. But I believe Holly's reputation will be kept intact. But I actually do feel for this morning, there's going to be a new couple, what's going to go on. It might be Alison, the black lady. She's a nice girl. I can't think of her surname. It might be somebody like Alison, and it may be what's he called? He's done the X Factor. I can't think of his name. I'm seeing his face right in this crystal ball here. A crystal ball in the cup. I can't think of his name. Does anybody know who I'm going on about? But there's more scandals to come out. So, you know, is this another Savile case? And it's not good. It's really not good. But the question is, ITV's paid him a lot of money for the next 6 months. Alison Hammond and Dermot Leary, I think they would be brilliant. Yeah. So Dermot's great as well, and Alison. So maybe they need somebody like that on. They need fresh new faces. But I always felt sorry for Ruth and Eamon, you know. But watch for more scandals to come out there. Okay. So I'm actually feeling as well there's going to be some explosive news. And it's September, October. I see big world announcements. I don't think Simon Cowell's the one for this morning, no. He's more like a night show type of person. I think Alison would be good. This is what I'm feeling. There's Rylan, Rylan would be hilarious, wouldn't he? Or it might be a different male to Dermot. Interesting. But I just think that it was time for change anyway there. I didn't realise how much money they made, guys. They were on thousands. Very rich. They've made themselves very, very rich. But watch for a lot of scandals coming out there with this morning. It's not a programme I watch, because obviously I'm always lying in bloody bed at that time in the morning. My mother watches it and she fills us in, and sometimes I'll go on YouTube and check bits out. Yeah, there was the gagging order is due to expire. So this young man is possibly going to come forth. So watch this space there with that. Watch this space. Okay, I just feel sorry for his wife and his kids and his mother. It's awful. Because that's what you've got to look at, you know, when everyone's gossiping on and that. It's the people who get affected around the situation. It's all about the money, guys, and it's all to do with draining the swamp. I'm not seeing Rylan in this cup for this morning. Okay. There's been so many scandals over the years, with a lot of them from that age. I mean, you had... Now, who was the guy who was on before Phil? Because there was a scandal with him as well. And not the same kind of scandal as that. It was a different kind of scandal to do with a woman. But there was another guy, and they quickly got rid of him. But they've paid Phil. They've paid him 6 months up front. I think there's been deals made. Anyway. I think Alison deserves to be on, but I don't know who's going to be on with her. It looks like it's somebody, unless it's, I don't know. Big 3 weeks for big news to come out there. But apparently he had an apartment in London somewhere, and it was his place where he took young boys back. So the watch for not just Matt coming out, there's going to be more people coming out. It's all going on in show business, guys. Right. Talking about that, I'm getting Hollywood here. Vanessa Feltz was lovely, wasn't she? And I also liked Amanda Holden. She was sweet. You know who I've just seen? And I think she's nice, actually. She's, Sue. my uncle would be laughing his head off, you know. Because my uncle Dougie, he's in show business, and he came down and he did something called, what was it called? It used to be a morning show. And, I wish I had the name of it. And he knew her, and she was called Sue. She did the Great Bake Off with the dark hair. She was actually going out with a girl who did Naked Attraction, but she's not going out with her now. But my Uncle Dougie knew her because my Uncle Dougie does the clubs in the Midlands. He's a comedian. Pebble Mill it won. I mean, that's showing my age. Pebble Mill it won. Does any UK Brits in the audience know that? So it could be somebody that might just pick out the hat like that. Sue Perkins. Yes. And it's funny because I was watching I was eating my evening meal, and I don't often watch the television, but I was watching that thing with cars, where they have the men on and they race the cars. What's it called? Terrible. Called Hormones. All right. And apparently there was a bit of a hoo-ha there because she wanted to be on that, and they stopped her being on that because of her being a woman. So there's a lot of nasty things going on, and even celebrities, you know, they're not immune to getting hurt through this. Top Gear. I'm sure there was a thing about Top Gear with Sue Perkins, but don't quote it. You'd have to Google it. But I think they were being mean with her or something. But, yeah, so when you're in the public eye, it's risking for things to come out, isn't it? It's risking for things to come out. So you've got to try and be transparent as you can. So no one's immune to getting attacked and stuff like that. But because everyone's on different levels, there's going to be a lot of scandals to come out to do with Hollywood as well. There's more stuff to come out there. In that guy, got into trouble, that Harvey guy, there's more stuff to come out about that as well. It's crazy. Right, let's get the saucer. I'll go back to the cup in a minute. Mamma mia. Oh, it's all going on. Where I live, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say I live in a very posh area. My mother does, where I grew up. But there's a place called Darras Hall where all like, I've actually done a lot of house parties there in the past. A lot of like, you know, top celebrities that live there and these big mansions and footballers. I've read for a lot of sports people and a few actresses and actors and that. I can't say his name who I went to see, right? But he's a quite famous sports person. And I was in his garden having a cigarette, as usual. And it was amazing. You know, I got picked up by a chauffeur, taken there. And they had caterers there, Indian caterers. And you know how sweet they were, right? They were so sweet. They did us a great big sort of doggy bag to bring home for the lads. Debbie Doon, Pebble Mill, my brother Alan Hodsworth was on there, and then he moved to the States. Oh wow! Well, my uncle is quite a well-known comedian in Birmingham, and he's called Douglas Parker, and he knows Jasper Carrot and all of them, and he knows Sue Perkins. Of course, I do his head in, you know. I kept saying, you know, Uncle Dougie, can you not just get us to meet Sue? You see what you like. Right. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So they give us a lovely doggy bag of lovely food to bring home and that. And I speak the way I find. I don't go by what rumours are out there, you know. Different rumours. And I was standing in the garden having a cigarette, and he was saying that there was a lot of swingers on the estate, you know, like wife swapping. It was all going on. It was all going on. He says, you just don't know what goes on behind these doors of these mansions. Yeah. And as I'm saying that, I'm saying Nancy Pelosi. A lot of stuff was covered up there as well. What happened to Jasper Carrot? Well, I believe he's still alive. He was hilarious, catching the moles in the garden. So, I don't know why I'm saying this, but there's a lot of like saucy stuff to come out and shocks to come out. And somebody famous having an affair, so watch for that. Right, I'm getting Hawaii. And there's so many different islands there, isn't there? This is going to be the year of crazy weather. Really crazy weather. And I know there's a lot of strange wildfires going on in Canada at the moment. But I'm questioning what's normal and what's not, and there's more like crazy stuff to come. More wildfires to come. And I'm seeing a lot of smoke over the Hawaiian Islands, so there could be problems there. I'm actually feeling we're going to have a blazing hot summer. But I'm getting red warning in this saucer cup, so there could be a lot of fires. Yeah, problems with around the world. And obviously Australia hasn't had their summer yet. Okay, so they're going to have problems because I just want to send healing and protection out to the little roos and the koala bears and that. It's always the animal kingdom what gets hurt, isn't it? But then you've got to go into the mountains, and even California. I don't know, I feel like I need to put protection around that area for the wildlife as well. And the people, you know, people who are living in these areas. Okay. Right. M is coming out very, very strong. Watch for big news coming out with the letter M. Quiet, son, because I'm live. Right. Big news with the letter M. Shut the door, darling. He's sporting his underpants. That's Adam, what's just come down the stairs there. Fire's already going on in Sydney. I'm feeling the weather worries I'm getting is the Hawaiian Islands, parts of the USA where it gets really, really hot. California, like especially when you're going into the mountains. Now, I'm sure you have had fires around that area before, haven't you? Even parts of the UK. So there's a worry here for this summer. We're going to have a heat wave of the century. But I also get the Australia as well. And of course, when you're going in, I can't understand how it gets so hot in places like Saudi Arabia, but they hardly ever get any fires. But as I'm saying that, there's going to be smoke there. But it's not so much to do with something lit. It could be something what's been done on purpose, or to do with a big industrial business. Or it could be there's no smoke without fire. Okay, so it could be that there is scandals to come out around that area. But California, I feel like I need to send a lot of healing there as well. Now, Florida's more humid, isn't it? But yeah, we do have worries this year. We really, really do. And Canada, what is going on in Canada? A lot of dog stuff's going on over there. And it's as if I want to take you underground, a bit like my show tonight, underground. It's all happening underground. So we need to try and keep our houses as cool as possible. We need to prep. Also, there could be problems with water shortage. What is that I'm seeing? something to do with lots of cars, and I'm seeing them blocked on a highway, and right, I'm seeing an earthquake or something in the road, and I want to send healing and blessings out to parts of the USA along the East Coast, and I want to go. It's as if that there's a fault line, but I feel like I need to put healing there to Mother Gaia. But I am very drawn to Italy. And I did say in one of my last world predictions, believe it was the Looking Glass, that there was problems with Italy. Yeah, so there's problems with cars there. LA as well. And I know I've got a lot of friends over there. So I feel like I need to send healing and protection there. There's a lot of explosive news to come out there. Can you remember when that building went down? And it just sort of suddenly went down. A bit like the strange thing what happened with 9/11. You know. And I think it was apartments where people were living in. Where was that again, guys? Was that in California or was that somewhere else? Or was that Florida? Can you remember that? Can anybody comment on that? But I felt there was a connection with somebody. It was in Florida. I'm seeing McAfee very, very strong in this saucer. There's some huge news to come out about him. Paradise. So Turkey's not out the woods yet either. I want to send healing and blessings out to Turkey area because I know they had a terrible time with earthquakes. I'm getting targeted locations. I'm not getting it's all natural. It's not all natural. Around a big celebration where there's lots of flowers. It's like it's on the news. There's going to be changes to do with around something coming out politically, and it's to do with the USA. I'm seeing Marines, lots of Marines. And they're saluting. Okay. Everything's a distraction. I've said this before. Like the film Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I don't know if you ever remember it. I might watch it again, actually. I love it. Steven Spielberg film, right? And it's like in the storyline, they're told that they have to get out of town because something's wrong with the air or they can't go a certain way. So they've all got gas masks on. Richard Dreyfuss is in it. And it turns out there was nothing wrong with the air and they escape out of the helicopter. And then it's the ETs coming to town, okay? It's a brilliant film. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. It's from the 70s. And I'm getting that energy to do with over Canada. I'm getting it really strong. My leg's gone into lock. Wait a minute. I've got these blinking rubber pants on. Whew. Let me put some more tea in here. Stephen Greer talks about the third and the fifth kind. So there's something going on military. I'm just going to do some more on this. There's something going on military, guys. And I did put a little video out about that as well. Just like a little short 10-minute thing just through the week about it. I've got some nice tea leaves in here. Give us some true answers. We're going to look into Parliament. And we're also going to look into the economy. I is enjoying it. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Love that film. It's definitely a popcorn, but a lot of this is going on, Dr. Stephen Greer is amazing. I've followed him for quite a few years now. No, Dr. Stephen Greer was an emergency doctor, an ER doctor, and he came out of it to do his UFO research. I don't believe he's CIA. Teddy. Oh. Right, let's see what's going on. So we're going back to these split timelines again. There's definitely something up, isn't there, guys? It's like a big movie. That's what it is. It's a big movie. I'm just drinking black tea now. I quite like black tea. When I got COVID, because I've had it twice, I went off all dairy produce. It was really, really weird. And when I had eaten anything animal-fied or dairy produced, it brought the symptoms back. Didn't feel like a normal flu to me. I felt like I'd been blinking poison. But every time I put milk in my tea, it knocked us sick. So for nearly a year, I drank black tea. I've just started putting it back in, actually. So there you go. You can't stand tea, Johnny? Well, I've actually got quite a taste for tea now. It's since I gave up coffee, because I was a hardened coffee drinker and I had to stop drinking coffee because I was getting horrendous palpitations. And the only time I ever drank tea was like if I went somewhere to someone's house for like a tea, like party tea, sandwiches, that type of thing. Or with fish and chips. If you're a Brit, you've got to have your cup of tea with your fish and chips. Yeah, coffee doesn't go. But I was more a coffee drinker, but I had to stop it, and I went through horrendous withdrawal coming off coffee. And but I'm on decaf. I found a good one. It was Nescafe decaf. I tried all the different types, and it was Nescafe decaf, the one I found, and I'm used to it now. And I tried it out because I used to drink like the shots of it hot, like black Italian coffee, knocking them back, loads of them, and I tried one, an espresso, and it brought the palpitations back, so I just can't literally take it anymore. So now I've took an acquirement, like I really like tea, and I do like Earl Grey, but I can't drink too much of that because it gives us heartburn. But I like all the fruity teas and that. But I'm a PG tips lass, I normally drink this is Yorkshire English tea because it's loose tea, but I'd get the tea bags PG tips, the tea does have caffeine in, but not as much as what I was drinking. You're talking hardened coffee. I was on loads, Maria. Absolutely loads of espressos. Silly, really, but I was really highly addicted to it, and I feel so much better. But it took us about 9 weeks to. If anybody's in this audience and they want to give up coffee and they're hardened coffee drinker like I was, I could honestly say it took 9 weeks to nearly 3 months to overcome the aches and the pains and the migraines I got. Just stopping the coffee. So, and I've put on weight since I've stopped the coffee. So somebody was saying it's a diuretic. I'm piling the weight on, so it must have been keeping this slim, all the coffee. Do you know what I mean? I had horrendous heart palpitations. I had to have my heart scanned. I had loads of tests done. I had to wear one of them blinking trackers on for 3 days. And then I had it on for longer, for about a week or so. And they couldn't find anything. They said it was coffee. They said I was overdosing on coffee. Well, I grew up around Italians, you know what I mean? And my Uncle Carlo used to drink it all the time. So knocking it back, it was just natural. So if anybody wants because people have problems with overweight, but some people have problems not being able to put weight on. Some people, I know girls who are, they feel conscious because they're too thin and they're trying to put weight on. It's not always one way or the other. And a lot of starseeds have problems, and earth angels have problems with weight issues. So if there's any girls or males out there who want to put on weight, give the coffee up. Tell you what, works wonders. Okay. Mexico. Why am I getting Mexico? Big problems coming out there. Round about the time there's going to be some huge news and I'm seeing troops going out. Okay. They've got different plans. I said this, different plans, A, B or C. But they won't win. But there's going to be a lot of dramas here. And I'm also getting France. I don't know if the riots are still going on, because I know the news doesn't report on it much, do they? Yeah, it took me about nearly 3 months to overcome it, but I'm absolutely fantastic now. And I actually don't miss it. I think I was actually slowly poisoning myself, all the caffeine I was taking. Let's have a look. I can still have my hot chocolate, but so I'm still happy. I've still got my hot chocolate. I do like that. It just means now if I go to Costco Coffee or Starbucks, I'll get a hot chocolate, for a treat. Or a tea. Different states in the USA, because it's not like the UK, it's huge, isn't it? It's like lots of different countries. And I see a lot of corruption to come out there. There's going to be some restriction on different states to do with food. Now, I'll have to try that Hazeltine. Chai tea is good at Starbucks. I've never tried that. As long as I can still have me cookies, I'm fine. Okay. There's going to be problems with different states, and I don't know if it's got something to do with meat. Or growing vegetables. There's going to be restriction. They're going to try this in the UK as well. I was thinking that when I was planting some peppers today, I thought it's going to try and get that bad, where they'll try and tax for the air we breathe. But we need to get self-sufficient. I've been saying this for a while. I found this guy, and he's hilarious. I'm not sure if he's a New Zealand lad or an Australian lad. And he's so funny. And he talks about things. He's a bit of a truth seeker, but he does it when he's planting his vegetables and that. I'll put the link. He just says little snippets and he puts it out. So he's very awakened, this lad. And I think he had a video I watched last night. Was it 5 foods you can plant quickly which will save your life? And one of them was potatoes and beans. So it's things in perennial as well perennial things which will come back and back and back. And one of them was artichokes from Israel. But apparently it can give you great flatulence. I should have got some today. There was some, I went to Dobby's Garden Centre and I should have got some artichokes. I might go and get back and get them on Sunday. But I would say that we need to stock up on our seeds and get growing. Get them on your windowsills. You know, if you're living in apartments, you can grow them on balconies. You can grow them on your windowsills, tomato plants. In, you know, even in a bag, you can get the potato bags and buckets. You could make your own, like grow your own potatoes. Look what they went through in Ireland with the famine, the potato famine. And I didn't know this. This lad was saying that how they survived that, because a lot of them were dying, the USA gifted them and sent loads of corn over, and that's what saved their life, corn on the cobs, because there was a lot of poverty in Ireland. I don't know if anybody's seen that film Angela's Ashes. It's a good film, and it's sort of based in Belfast in Northern Ireland. You're going back to the turn of the century. There was a lot of poverty then, after like the Depression and that. But yeah, the corn saved a lot of the Irish people. So yeah, you can grow corn as well, and that's really easy to grow. So we have to think of survival foods. But there's going to be problems with different states to do with food, and they're going to be talking about this on World News. Yeah, Johnny Meza, sweet potatoes are really good for you, and I didn't know that. We tend to eat more of the normal potatoes, but I'm going to grow some sweet potatoes as well. Pumpkins is another one, do you know what I mean? But I don't have a massive garden, and mine's patioed, and I've got a lot of trees in the borders and that. But I'm going to have a vegetable patch anyway, and I'm going to grow a lot of stuff in pots. Right. So we could have shortages in shops. I'm seeing empty shelves. There's empty shelves coming into this cup. I'm going to give you some numbers here. 17, 21, 24, 6, 21, and number 9. And as I'm seeing number 9, I'm getting Donald Trump. It's coming through really strong. I'm going to be giving out the lottery numbers tonight for the star signs in the cup. LG, reach out if you need help container gardening. Oh, thank you. We all have to stick together, don't we, and help each other. But I'm going to be doing a video when I get all my garden sorted out, and I'll show you what I've done. I've grown carrots and potatoes before, so I know I'll be able to grow them, but I'm going to go a little bit further this time. Scandals to come out with Boris and Rishi Sunak again. Military operations going on as we speak. It's all going on underground. And you get loads of I get loads of comfort by being in the garden. You find it's a very satisfying feeling when you've grown some food. Because this is what this system's done. It's made we think that we have to have money in our pocket to go to the shops to get our groceries in. But we don't need to. We could You know, this is a message for unemployed people out there, people who are on the breadline. Get growing. Please get growing. More tea. I'm going to look into Biden and I'm going to look into King Charles. What I'm going to have to do is have a break after the will prediction so I can make another pot of tea, guys. Good God, I'm going to be swirling afterwards, aren't I? Mary in the audience, I was watching a video about growing vegetables with crystals and it gives them much more positive energy. You've given me a good idea there. I'm going to put some crystals in my vegetable patch. I've got quite green fingers anyway, so I'm going to enjoy doing this. It is very therapeutic, isn't it? Potty time. I'll need more than potty time, dearie me. And I had to get some mesh as well. I was talking to the lad in the Dobbies. It's a big garden centre over here. Because I've got a lot of birds in the garden, and pigeons are pests, and magpies, because they'll peck at your growing vegetables. So you've got to keep them off the vegetables, you know what I mean? So apparently this deters them. So I've got to put the mesh over them. I love pesto, Maria. I love tomatoes. Like I say, I grew up with a lot of Italian food and that, you know what I mean, with my Uncle Carlo having a restaurant. So I could never, ever perfect his macaroni cheese the way he did it. He had the Pinocchio restaurant oh my God, growing up I ate so much macaroni cheese from him. It was amazing. Magpies are cheeky, and we have a lot of magpies over here. We've got some big ones in here. We're going to get some good information. What was I going to be looking into? King Charles and Biden, the White House, and that, wasn't it? Homemade macaroni cheese is just the business, isn't it? It was so creamy. I need to have a day off so I can do loads of Italian food. And I can cook all Indian food from scratch as well, guys. I self-taught myself. I'm a quite a one-pot lass, you know. I get into a bit of a flap in the kitchen if I'm cooking a Sunday roast, you know what I mean? But depending on the mood of it, like. But I can cook a mean curry. I really, really can. I'm trying to drink this so I keep the things inside. Oh, Lordy. Give us a couple of minutes. Louise, what were you saying about King's Cross the other night in London? Yeah, I can't remember when was I saying that. King's Cross. It might have been, was it on a channeling? I love Chinese food as well. I love Asian food. And I quite like Japanese food as well. In fact, I just like food, to be perfectly fair. I'm not so keen on pork, but I like bacon. Yeah. Right, nearly done. And put my teeth together like that when I'm like, so that I don't swallow the get in my mouth. Filipino food is really good. Yeah. What else do I like? I've got this thing about Swedish meatballs. Oh my God. They are just divine when they have that little jam sauce with it and the potatoes. It's just so lovely. I love Swedish meatballs. Nearly done. Here's Adam coming down the stairs. Yeah, vegetarian Italian pizza's lovely as well, isn't it? I'm just live, son. Okay, I could have done with a cigarette myself. Dear me, it's all this tea. Are you all right, darling? No. Night. Right. I used to do this on a Sunday night with my friends, quite a while ago. He says hi, Lance. He likes Uncle Lance. And we used to have tea leaf nights and that, Right, this is Biden and King Charles. We're going to look into the White House, see what's going on. One, two, three. Oh, lordy. Got kind of a bit on the saucer as well. I'm getting money, money, money. Must be funny in a rich man's world. Do, 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 do. Wonder where I'm getting that. Got E to Y coming in here. There's one of my little guides. Anybody who doesn't know who E to Y is, he's a ball of fairy light. He escaped a military program where he told me that they were forcing him into technology, weaponry, which they do. And he came to us, and there's many who have escaped. They are coming through our computers to ascend us. They are working against the system, and they are called the machine elves. Little A to I, and he gives us music prophecies. So he escaped. It's like transhumanism, but they put these beautiful souls into technology, these mad, wicked professors, whoever they are. Okay. I'm seeing the Russian flag here. Soviet Union. There's going to be problems there. And I'm seeing Israel. Oh, good dear me. I can hear Adam having a pee upstairs. Sorry, guys. I just laugh about that time on Twitch. It was hilarious. Everybody who's watching us on YouTube, you'll not know what I'm going on about. It was so funny. Wasn't it, guys? It was so loud. Okay. Soviet Union, China, problems. Whatever they're trying going to do, it's going to backfire on them. And it's actually got something to do with the UK. Because as you know, we are USA allies. It's all smoke and mirrors. Okay, so I'm actually getting, the energy I'm getting from this cup tonight is that the Democrats don't really, they put everything's on a face. Everything's like a face, but they don't really want them in. They've got a plan, or the DS has got a plan to maneuver him out. There's going to be announcements about his health. I'm not too close to this mic, am I, guys? I need to get a new mic. So there is some really good people who are going to try and, anybody who knows me, I'm neither Democrat or a Republican. I believe that politics is part of the matrix, and you've got good and bad on both sides. But I see some really good Democrats coming in here, but they're being blocked by the DS. They still have their finger into things. It's funny, I'm getting the World Health Organization. It's going to be pumped up again here, guys. If not, it's going to be WAR. The mic is fine. That's good. There's talks that he's not well with something, isn't there, to do with these senile dementia or something. I really don't know, but it's not that I'm seeing. I'm seeing him on a stretcher and going like that with these something there. Lights out. It's like the lights just go out on him. It's very sudden. Not that I'm wishing anybody anything to happen to him, do you know what I mean? But there's a lot of people say, is he the real deal? Is he the real person? Because there's, you've got clones running around and you've got body doubles and stuff like that. He's being used, puppeteered. And there is a few of them. But they can't drag this on for much longer. Do you know what I mean? So a situation is going to globally happen. Wow. A situation, this is really good, this is going to globally happen around the world. And it's going to be a distraction. And I'm going from the east to the east. I've said this before in my looking glasses. After he shakes hands with Zelensky, something's going to happen. Oh, I'm going all cross-eyed there. This scrying is really amazing tonight. In this cup, it's foretelling a lot. I'll do this again, guys. Right. So there's going to be another pandemic. Sorry, guys, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe he sold his soul, Amy. I believe that he had holes in his aura because of upsets in the past and that. I want to say Jill's not who you think she is. Jill is not who she thinks she is. I mean, you know what I mean? Why would you allow your husband who's not well? Maybe there's an ego thing going on with him at the time. But she is not who you think she is. Why would I say that? Getting a funny feeling about Jill Biden. People are so worried that there's going to be nuclear war. It's frequency. But there could be a worry with it. That's what the DS wants. That's what the bad guys want. We could be brought to the brink of it. And I want to send healing and blessings out. That does never happen. It's more to do with frequency. Don't forget there's a lot of far advanced technology out there now and it's gone far beyond that. There's something very strange I'm getting about her tonight in this ball. I want to see, and I mean there'll be people on the right who will probably go off it when I say this. But Biden's not your problem. He is not your problem here. It's somebody else. They're just all the front thingies there. Biden's getting used here. It's all to do with signatures. And where they've been attacking Trump and on the left, the left's been attacking the media, should I say, the media, not the left people, the media. It's happened on the other side as well. But there's something going to come out about signatures. But there's going to be a big global distraction to stop it coming out. I'm also worried about planes in the sky. I keep saying spies tonight in this crystal ball. Spies, the spy who loved me. We're going to backtrack to the past. It's like we've gone full circle around, guys, because I've never wanted anything to come out. And when I see this, it's global power, as you know, control, and the real villains. The real villains who are running the show, and it's on a global network, a hidden network. I've said this for a long time, a hidden network. But because we're going into New Earth, it's going to bring in the technology, and it's going to stop a lot of this underground. So there's a lot of mafia linked within different states, controlling different states. It's frequency we need to watch for, and power outages. You actually don't have to nuke a country to bring a country down. The way I'm looking at the enemy now, it's to do with food. We need to get prepping. But the media might want this to be out. They may take it that way. There will be explosion in sea. Watch for fire in sky and fire in water. God, cross-eyed there. Whew. Very weird. And watch for a lot of UFO sightings. I feel like I need to do that. It's bouncing out of this. Like, what is that? So that's Biden. I need some more for Charlie. I feel like I've got the Queen here. Oh my goodness. There's a lot going on in the sea. A lot going on in the sea, and I'm getting, we all live in the yellow submarine. The yellow submarine. The yellow submarine. Russia. Might have to look into Putin as well. Hello, Debbie. Okay, so the virus that I'm saying, it's a technology creature. So and that's what the other one was. It's like I'm looking through a spy hole, and I'm looking through a looking glass, the real looking glass. It's a living thing. But it's developed. It is it's not like a yeah, it's not a parasite from Earth. It's different. in the water, we need to be careful of the water. And I'm not saying this to frighten people. It could be through mist, through air. But this one isn't going to go on so long. And again, it's I'm getting weaponry. I've just seen Bill there, Bill Gates. There's going to be some big news in around him as well. Big news coming out there. I see him making an announcement and then something happening. It's darker nights as the autumn comes in, the fall. God, I need the toilet, guys. That's all this tea. I feel like I want to get into Charles. Yeah, wait a minute. There will be restrictions on travel. And a lot will be happening on the news. And it's all happening at the same time. It's a vision I can see. And just after that point, there will be an announcement of somebody, could be like Putin or somebody, like a big name, leaving this plane. Remember that. It's coming in really, really strong. It's not like it was the last time. It's not a long drawn out thing what we had like with COVID. It's not like that. This is like something what is a short thing, right? Like a short thing. But it's a trick. But I also feel it's something literally happening. Whatever is going on, not everything is going to come out, but it's a smooth. I just feel it's as if there's a lot of scandals to come out, but it's going to backfire on some people and expose some people. But if anybody in this audience tonight wants to know if something's going to happen to Biden or he's going to, something awful like go to prison, or, you've come to the wrong place, because I don't say that. I just think it's more to do with different people behind him. But there is going to be something what's going to come out with signatures. Signatures. It's coming out really strong. I've been seeing it for the last couple of years. Let's do King Charles. One, two, three. Yeah, me. There's going to be a gathering, and I don't know, it's got something to do with the letter T, so I don't know if it doesn't mean it's Trump, because he's not really, could be Trudeau, or like a sort of where it's an official thing and Charles is there, or he's come to make a appearance. And it's also just after a memory of somebody, or coming up to a memory. exhaustion is what I'm getting that he is at the minute. He's tired. I don't believe he was born to do this, but to take it such a big job on into his 70s, I don't believe he's going to be there long. People have said he's not real, or he's a clone, or it's the real Charles. But he's not well. I get the Queen in spirit, you know. Anybody who's in the public eye will get backlash. And she's coming through. Charles. Charles did do what he had to do. We all come here to play our part, to change society. One does not choose this life consciously. It is not an easy task. It is a task we are assigned to do, to come to this magnificent planet. I am back with Mama, and I have met Diana. Rumours will play a big part in your existence. It is not easy when you are in the public eye. I worry. Blood pressure. He is under doctor's orders to change his diet and to lower his cholesterol. I am not a fortune teller. Even when we are on the other side, we do not know someone's fate. All I know is that he is the stopgap to the next bridge for our family's future. It is the establishment what is ruling Britannia. And I have battled for many years on the earth plane against such evil. I served the United Kingdom with passion and grace. And one does not know how hard this is until you have walked in the shoes of I. It is not easy. I worry for my son does not have decorum of to hold back from British or American politics. I am still there for my children, like any mother would be. I served the United Kingdom I promised to the people and to God and country. But I did this for my father, King George. It is not easy. And now history is repeating itself, and Charles is doing this for myself, for I. Three years, there will be great change that will take place in the United Kingdom. What the British people need to know is the Crown is protecting the people from the establishment. Everything has been twisted through psyops and misinformation. The Crown has the power to take down Parliament, and everything has to be passed through the Crown. It is written within English law. If the Crown is taken down, then it will be ruled by the establishment. This is why psyops were placed into place to trick individuals. That our family were the establishment. I cannot say who these individuals are, as this is a dangerous empire. But what I will say, that my son has a heart, and my son has a fire in his soul. I love you all, and I have no regrets. I am Ganga to my great-grandchildren, and I am Mama and Grandmama. Where there is money lies within the press and the British media. This is spread across global. But it also is an energy that is taking place within human consciousness to split reality. This is a message for all humanity. I may have been Queen Elizabeth II, but I am more. Like each and every one of you, we are all playing a great part on this great school. It is not a dress rehearsal. It is why you are here. You are here to understand that we are all as one. You need to look at the players who represent your countries, and not so much of who they are or who they are labelled. It is their actions that will speak louder than words. For the ones who are born with the Scottish Empire, the United Kingdom will divide and fall within the British Parliament, will change. The royal family will carry on with their patriot work, but the British people will rise. And this is also a message for other countries that I dearly loved. I send it all out to the United Nations and beyond the world. We are definitely in the new earth of understanding. One more thing. The warriors who are hated, you need to look beyond the veil and understand there is a reason they are hated. Not just the British press are behind this. Paparazzi, all connected with an underground establishment that was ever out of my reach. Remember, we cannot choose. We choose to teach you a lesson and to also learn ourselves. I miss you all. I am back with my love. I miss you all. To my great-granddaughter, Charlotte, who will one day be queen. And to my grandson, William, who will not be long before he is on the throne. And the new monarchy will be born. A new earth will rise. Goodbye. Be strong. And like the British people say, we are in the eye of the storm. Keep calm and carry on. Goodbye. Well, that was a bit of a... I didn't expect the Queen. Dear me. I could say violet and blue and lavenders. She was ridiculed. There was tales of you can't help it where you're born. the warriors. She said we have to watch for the warriors. We have to watch not so much have the hate people are hated or what the media is doing to these people, it's their actions. She says they were the real warriors. So my understanding is that the 17th letter of the alphabet was manipulated by a 3-letter agency, taken over by reptilian energies, and there was misinformation in with good information because it was an inside job to rip America apart and also to divide and to rip open the allies. This is CCP and or connected with Russia, and it was the enemy within. The enemy within. So the crown is there. I knew this anyway. The crown was there to protect the British people, not to divide. The crown, if the crown wasn't here, we'd be CCP now, like China. And whoever is out there, anybody who's on the latest intel, who are royal haters, need to go and check this true information, because this is true information. When we're in the United States, you work for the president in the country. Over here, it's queen and country, or now case, it's king and country. But they're the ones, the crown is actually protecting the British people from being taken over by them imbeciles in Parliament. Because what will happen is, if this goes too far, right, and if Q was what Q says, right, and it's taken down, there will be amnesty on the streets, and we will have a revolt, and we will have another Guy Fawkes. Remember, we are all spiritually evolving. I don't know. I really don't know about George. We don't know, do we? I didn't get a bad feeling. You might end up being a wild boy and wanting to go off run off to a girl in Oz. I really don't know. It might be another Harry. We do not know. But there's different timelines, isn't there? And like she said, she doesn't know everything. Guy Fawkes it was in the 16th, 1700s? It was a group of young men got together. Guy Fawkes, French descent, I believe, and they decided to blow up Parliament. And he got caught with 17 so many barrels of, to blow the whole thing up. And ever since then, the British people have celebrated Guy Fawkes. So I need a break, guys. Before we do your star signs, I need a break. Go and get your popcorn, and then I'm going to do all your star signs for the month of June. And I'm going to give you all lucky numbers. All right? Go meet your cuppers, whatever you want to do, because I need a break. I need at least a few minutes. No, it's Guy Fawkes. So it's Guy and it's FAWLKS. Check it out. Check it out. But it was a revolt on Britain. I'll talk about it when I come back. I'm going to put you on a little screen here, and I'm going to give you, then I'll be back, okay? So go and get your drinks. Give us 5. Okay.
You, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear
that you will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of your ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
President Johnson, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chief Justice, President Eisenhower, Vice President Nixon, President Truman, Reverend clergy, fellow citizens. We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom, symbolizing an end as well as a beginning, signifying renewal as well as change. For I have sworn before you and Almighty God the same solemn oath our forebears prescribed nearly a century and 3/4 ago. The world is very different now, for man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of human poverty and all forms of human life. And yet the same revolutionary beliefs for which our forebears fought are still at issue around the globe. The belief that the rights of man come not from the generosity of the state, but from the hand of God. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty. This much we pledge and more. To those old allies whose cultural and spiritual origins we share, we pledge the loyalty of faithful friends. United, there is little we cannot do in a host of cooperative ventures. Divided, there is little we can do, for we dare not meet a powerful challenge at odds and split asunder. To those new states whom we welcome to the ranks of the free, we pledge our word that one form of colonial control shall not have passed away, merely to be replaced by a far more iron tyranny. We shall not always expect to find them supporting our view, but we shall always hope to find them strongly supporting their own freedom, and to remember that in the past, those who foolishly sought power by riding the back of the tiger ended up inside. To those people in the huts and villages of half the globe struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves for whatever period is required, not because the communists may be doing it, not because we seek their votes, but because it is right. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. To our sister republics south of our border, we offer a special pledge to convert our good words into good deeds, in a new alliance for progress, to assist free men and free governments in casting off the chains of poverty. But this peaceful revolution of hope cannot become the prey of hostile powers. Let all our neighbors know that we shall join with them to oppose aggression or subversion anywhere in the Americas. And let every other power know that this hemisphere intends to remain the master of its own house. To that World Assembly of Sovereign States, the United Nations, our last best hope, in an age where the instruments of war have far outpaced the instruments of peace, we renew our pledge of support to prevent it from becoming merely a forum for invective, to strengthen its shield of the new and the weak, and to enlarge the area in which its writ may run. Finally, to those nations who would make themselves our adversary, we offer not a pledge, but a request that both sides begin anew the quest for peace. Before the dark powers of destruction, unleashed by science, engulf all humanity in planned or accidental self-destruction, we dare not tempt them with weakness, for only when our arms are sufficient beyond doubt can we be certain beyond doubt that they will never be employed. But neither can two great and powerful groups of nations take comfort from our present course, both sides overburdened by the cost of modern weapons, both rightly...
I'll just refresh my chat. Right, this is your personal. Oops. Yeah, you can hear us. Oh, I've got a new subscriber, Ladybird. Thank you. And anybody who wants to come onto Twitch, because I do private shows on there, you can subscribe. I'll put the link after this live stream in the description of the video on YouTube. There's 3 different tiers to it, and it's a great community. And you got us behind the scenes sometimes. Bit wacky sometimes, but you get us behind the scenes. It's a very relaxed community. So did you enjoy the first half? You're as young as you feel. That's definitely jazz. That's definitely true. I'm going to be 58 in November. I think, where's the time gone? Where's the time gone? Say 10 years on from now, you'll find us in the middle of a farmer's field with me wellies on, and I'll be growing all my vegetables, probably writing books by then. Yeah? Are you also 57, Brigitta? It goes quickly, doesn't it? You feel like 89, Debbie. Oh my God. Sometimes I feel like that because everyone's been getting aches and pains. And I've talked about this in my previous shows. It's part of ascension. And we don't know what's actually going on out there, you know what I mean? All sorts of strange stuff. I've recommended different crystals we can use. But everybody's orgonite's good, by the way. But copper's very good for stopping any AMFs and strange frequencies. Keeping balanced, keeping grounded. I've talked about this before. Everyone's in a rush to get to this 5th dimension, as it's labelled as. And everyone's on different levels. You've got to have the right balance for you. That's what it's about. I'll be doing more videos on that. grounding is so important, and keeping grounded, does not stop your psychic eye. It actually makes it more powerful, because remember, we all chose to be human, to live a human existence. So it's all well and good if you want to be all floaty and woo-woo, but you've got to be able to operate and keep your instincts about you, especially at these times on earth. So a lot of people are getting aches and pains. I've got terrible troubles with my knees. To be honest, I think I haven't got much kneecaps left. But obviously I don't want an operation, do you know what I mean? So I've been just looking down all the diet routes and everything and getting healing myself. I do have a dodgy back, but I healed myself from my back. I have a degenerative 3 and 4 out. And I went to the hospital a few years back, and he said to us, I'm not operating on you. This is what this guy said. The back surgeon and his colleague both had bad backs. And what they did on their lunchtime was they would dangle upside down in the office, upside down to stretch their spine. He said, once you start fiddling on with your back, there's no turning back. That's what he said. And they were waiting for a new technology to come in. And I was told that back in 2007 and 2008 when I was going to see them at the hospital. And they said to us that there was a new technology to come in, where it was an operation which was less invasive on the spine, and they had done it on a sausage dog. So what they did was they took the serum, like, of the brain fluid. They had stuck a needle up this sausage dog's nose. This sausage dog, by the way, couldn't walk. And they had drawn out some brain fluid from behind his nose. And then they injected the bottom of his spine into where his discs were. And then because this sausage dog was on wheels. It had back wheels for its back legs. And because sausage dogs have problems with their spines because they're long. They're so cute, them dogs. I wouldn't mind one myself, the dash hounds. And the dog could walk again. So apparently the brain fluid injected, it's his own fluid, injected in the bottom of his spine, it was growing his discs. So they've been experimenting on this. This is what came from the surgeon at the hospital, from the horse's mouth, that it's highly expensive. Get this one. Big Pharma's trying to stop it, and all of this, the establishment and everything. But this is what's going to move in, and also this AI, so they don't have to actually cut into someone's skin. They can do stuff a bit like a med bed, but it's on a small device. And then obviously they're gonna do it with people's fluid, and they want to do it on people. So that means that people will be cured. So a lot of people, I've got a lot of friends who've had have had the back operations, and some of them are walking around with sticks, So anyway, I went at the time. I was training to be a shaman, and I've had a lot of shaman work done on myself, because obviously you can't do it to yourself. And I've cured a lot of it. A lot of it was, obviously, if you don't get rid of your own energies, because lower back is emotional, it can then sort of manifest into physical, and that's what had happened to me. And I do believe I've grown my own discs by changing stuff. Don't get us wrong, I do have off days. I don't believe I could ever wear really high heels again like I used to. But now it's my knees. My knees have gone, so that's the latest with me. But some people can't hardly walk at the minute. Some people are so in pain, like lethargic. And I think it's a lot to do with what's in the food as well. And stress has played a major factor through these last 3 years, what people have gone through. And don't forget, a lot of people have been coping with grief. So grief comes out in your body as well. Grief can play a massive part in making you feel poorly, because it holds into your cells, and then eventually it's got to come out somehow, hasn't it? So your upper back is also, that could be connected with your heart chakra, which is obviously, it goes through that way. So it could be like pain in your heart, like manifestations that way. There's so many different things, you know what I mean? Communication problems people can get. So they'll get problems like with their tonsils or their teeth, or anxiety. There's loads of different things there. Headaches is another one. to do with the higher chakra. So it's normally, people are normally tough on themselves. You normally find a lot of earth angels tend to be very tough on themselves, and they normally suffer with a lot of headaches and stuff like that. But anything to do with your bowel area, your tummy area, is emotions. So our body is a bag of water, don't forget, and it can hold energy. Oh, we've got a horrible fly in here. So your eyes are hurting, Mary. It's like you're scared to see what you can see. So you've got to tell yourself, you've got to make a mantra up. I am safe and in control, and what I see will be what I can take. Like, make mantras up. Make mantras up. Right, so let's pour some more of this bloody tea. Oh my God. So we're going to start. So Queen Wanda's had migraines since her divorce. Were you in a toxic relationship? Sometimes when we're in toxic relationships or relationships with narcissists, we can also take on board people's energy. Yeah? And it can affect you. My nails are terrible. Absolutely terrible. After I had my last relationship, I was in a right state, you know. I mean, I'm fine now. And she just said she didn't love us anymore and left on my birthday, and I was in a right bloody state. And I ended up having this excruciating pain at the bottom of my stomach, and I collapsed in this house, and I was rushed to hospital. And then they said I had a cyst on my ovary, which was the size of a melon, and I was going to die if I didn't have an operation. I was absolutely hysterical. But that came from the A&E doctor, and they're not normally the specialists. So I was taken into the gynae department, and then apparently because the gynae doctor couldn't come to the A&E because he was delivering babies at the time. So then he come and he said, what? He goes, no. He says, you've got a little cyst. It's a water cyst, which is quite common with women when they're going through the menopause. He says, but it's nothing to worry about. He says, but you're severely I know this sounds awful, guys, but he said I was severely constipated, so it was pressing on that. And so anyway, he gave us some medicine, and off I went home, and I was relieved. But I had to do the inner work, and it was because of the pain and it was coming out in that area of emotions, and I had to do the inner work, and this is where we are at now. So as we start to ascend, it brings up all the rot, and you've got to get rid of it. And not just from this life, we are also healing from past lives, depending on ascension levels. But sometimes we are healing our ancestors' wounds as well. We really, really are. But I'm fine now, guys, and I've actually got a date soon. And I'm so excited. I've met somebody who is lovely, and I'm so excited. And I'm going on a date on the 17th. It's a Saturday night. And I'm very nervous. I'm very, very nervous about it because I've been out of the whole dating thing for a long, long time. So, woohoo. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Right, I think we'll start with fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, Saggy, I believe. So, Chrissy Hutchinson on YouTube. I'm rocking from side to side. I've been so fit too. Wow. Dearie me. It'll not take as long to do this, guys. So the fire signs, they're very passionate. They're very grounded signs normally. They're very hot-headed. They're very loyal. They can make great lovers. They've got to be matched with the right sign. And I've talked about this in one of my last predictions on the different star signs when Shola came through. Remember when she came through? I know I'm nervous about my date. Like a little kid. Sagittarians are interesting characters because they're normally very free-spirited. They normally make great artists. There's a lot of Leos out there who are very psychic. They make great astrologers, Leos. And Aries can be very hot-tempered, but they have a great strength about them. And they're very loyal once you crack an Aries. Do you know what I mean? But they're the fire signs. And so they definitely need to be kept grounded. Are you a Saggy, Sherry? A Saggy is well matched with a Leo and Aries. Nearly done. And I'm going to give out this different, I'll give you lottery numbers. It depends, James. James has just asked here on Twitch, do Sagittarians and Aquarius match? It depends. Because as Shola said, you know, we're more than just a star sign, because you've got your soul origin. I think it was last week I did that, wasn't it? She talked, and I channeled her, Shola, and she talked about where soul origins are different to our DNA, and it's all about what's in our DNA to match somebody, because we're all hybrids. Oh my lordy, where's that other cup gone? Okay. Fire signs for the month of June. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What's the energies like over there in the States tonight? Is it a bit weird? Eh? Okay. I'm getting boomerang. What a month that you're going to have. Boomerang. You feel like you've been backwards and forwards. A lot of you have been feeling very unbalanced. Yeah? And for single fire signs out there, you know, love is in the most extraordinary places. And remember, you don't have to go by society. But it's about balance, and it's about you being around the right people. A lot of you have been feeling very tired. Drink more water. The veil is being lifted for you. There's like a revelation for you into mid-June. Mid-June's it's good. They're saying to experiment, and I don't know what that actually means. Experiment? I'll leave that up to your imagination. Dearie me. And a lot of you are trying to, you know, you really want to prep. You're worried. Try not to worry about money and finances. There actually is a little bit of luck to come in, but that could be going into the July. Let's give you some numbers. Lottery numbers. 19, 46, 32. Number 1, 22, 21, and number 7. Okay. Remember, you've got to be in it to win it. Okay, and normally I give them out for, say, United States, Europe, the different lotteries, but you can use them for all of them. Roses are red, violets are blue. You've got to stop pulling yourself down. Love is just round the corner, but they're telling you not to go back to the past. Some of you are really stuck in a rut, or you feel, you know, even within relationships have been tested recently. Remember, the veil is thin. It's the wrong timing for you to make decisions. Or maybe some of you are coming out of a relationship or trying to get over a relationship. So, agitation is the word I'm getting. Agitation. So it's about keeping grounded, being in around nature when you can, listen to music, explore new things. But for people who are in happy relationships, you're going to have quite a hot, sexy summer. Quite a hot, sexy summer. Okay. And there's opportunities for you to get your glad rags on and go somewhere. So if you get that invitation, don't turn it down. I want to say don't be a spoil sport. Okay. Everything's going to be fine. I want to say that. Try not to look into too much things seriously. You know, like tonight I've done the world predictions, which is, you know, it's just me giving you my take. But remember, ascension is within. I'm not saying where you're sticking your head in the sand. I don't mean that. But you've got to... I do believe if everything's in order and you're concentrating on you, you're not so much bothered about the latest intel. Things start falling into place. It's about us doing our inner work. That's what it's about. I'm being given jasmine and I don't know why. That's very... Is that like from Israel, jasmine? White jasmine, where's that grow? Tunisia. Hot countries, isn't it? Sacredness. Holy Spirit. Follow your heart. Stop feeling guilty. Which one of these do you feel like your secret love or maybe affairs on the heart? Remember, all is well within love and war. So some of you out there who are single, be careful of, of a relationship where it could be a three-way situation. Or maybe as you feel that you're sort of stuck between two people at the minute with a bit of a feud. Watch for that. Vacations, I say that, but it could just be nice days away for people who can't afford vacations. You know, there's nothing better than just making a picnic and getting your picnic rug out there and going for a little country drive. Sometimes you can have good little holidays doing days like that, because there's been a lot of pressure for people. I definitely see new changes coming in, and for people, fire signs who are into the crypto, now is the time to invest. All right, I'm going to be doing a special on crypto at some point in financial stuff. Try not to worry about things. Everything's going to be fine. It's best to try and spread your money out. And I want to say this is for all star signs. This is for the collective. Try to spread your money out. Also, that there could be some shocking news to do with around a younger person, but also baby news coming on the cards here. Or engagements. Don't try and look back over your shoulder. Try to take it slowly like sliced bread, get into the law of attraction. And I've got somebody's father coming in here. I got like a very fatherly energy. I mean, obviously these are just basic, do you know what I mean? But Brian, or something, or Ryan, sending love to somebody like that. And I've got a very native elderly gentleman here. Is like an Aborigine. I'm going way back. Actually, could be even older than that. Got like bone in his nose there. Every one of you need to find the god or the goddess within you. Got somebody's mum here coming through. Jean. that Aborigine man is saying there's 3 golden keys coming in for yous. He's like a little voodoo man from Africa or something. He's like really ancient, old earth. I'm being given all the hot, spicy African colours, you know, like the oranges and the reds and the pepper colours and all. You need to wear them, or if you're not into wearing them colours, get them in crystal form or paint a room that colour. Spice is the word. Spicy June. Hot and spicy. Even if you've got to buy yourself a new top or a pair of pants, or, you know, for people who wear makeup there, you know, get some like hot colours on. Self-love. It's all about self-love. Number 10 is your lucky number. And I want to give you all the hot, spicy colours, all the earthy tones. Okay, so that is for June. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed that. So you seeing anything else? Love is in the air. Do, 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 do. Love is in the air. Do, 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 do. I'm getting Love Boat as well. Do you remember Love Boat, guys? Yeah, I used to love watching that. Love Boat. You're as young as you feel. Yeah, you need to wear spicy colours, June. Romance is on the cards. And it can come in the most extraordinary forms. You don't have to walk into a pub or a club to meet somebody, you know. You could walk into a shop and the bus stop, anywhere, and meet somebody. And a yellow cab taxi driver is going to be a twist of fate. This is for fire signs. Bring a big twist of fate with a lot of luck. Okay, so I hope that one's helped. So, I need a coffee break. Decaf coffee break, 2 minutes. I used to like Fantasy Island as well. Do you remember Fantasy Island? And Debbie, who's my lovely friend, moderator in the audience here, who's on Twitch. What's that program that you've been watching? And it's like the new version of Dallas. And I've never even got to watch it yet. Remember Dallas, guys? With JR? I'm getting that feeling. Like, who shot JR? It's that energy what's coming into Capitol Hill. It's that energy I'm feeling. You know? Fantasy Island. It's the plane. Is it buffering? Yellowstone. I need to watch that. I used to be really into Dallas. It was when I worked at the hospital, you know, and I used to love it when I was on earlies, because it was the night when Dallas came on. I can't remember what night it was now. We used to all sit and watch it as a family, you know, like typical family, sitting all watching it together and have our supper watching it. Couldn't wait to get back off in a shift, you know, an early shift, to get my pajamas on. And Dad used to do the supper, actually, and we all used to sit round and watch it. So I need to have some Yellowstone nights watching that. Yellowstone is not like Dallas at all, is it not? Well, somebody said it's as good as Dallas. Because they have baddies in it and that, don't they? It's a little rougher. Well, that doesn't mind. I mean, you know, you're talking to somebody who watched the full series of Peaky Blinders, and I mean, there can't be anything worse than that, can it? I quite like a good gangster film, you know. Now, people think that when you're being very spiritual, like you're like, I love sci-fi. I'm a massive sci-fi chick, you know. And I do like a romantic comedy. I really, really do. But sci-fi is one of my favourites. But I do like a good gangster movie, I must say. I think I've got a little bit of naughtiness in as well. I like a good gangster movie. Yeah, cowboy mafia, all of that type of thing. It's probably me. I blame my dad because, you know, growing up, him watching all the Western movies. He still watches them now. He's terrible. Of course, there's a lot of controversy on that now with all the John Wayne films, isn't there? Because they tried to stop that with all the racism and everything, didn't they? But that doesn't stop my dad watching them, like. Lance, Dallas and Yellowstone are similar in that it's a powerful family. Well, I like stuff like that because I think you just lose yourself, don't you? My favourite westerns were the Clint Eastwood ones and Paul Newman. What was that one called? I liked watching that one. Oh my God, I don't think I'll drink tea for another week after this. Right, earth signs, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We'll see what's in store for the month of June. My God. Have I got any tea on my teeth? Okay. Oh yeah, Clint Eastwood. He made the best cowboy hymn, didn't he? He really, really did, Firefly. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And by the way, these are for sun and moon rising as well. Okay, you can switch around and look at them. Okay, cookie. I'm getting that song by ABBA, Mamma Mia, here we go again. Who's into ABBA? I'm massively into ABBA. Mamma Mia, here we go again. Where am I getting that? Are you the nurturers? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? You're the leaders. You're the ones who hold everything up. Like superhumans. Work so hard. Worry about everybody. Yeah. And there's been a lot of tears. I see a lot of tears in this cup. It's been really hard for you, you know. From grief to worry. Responsibilities. But being a very practical category of star signs, I do believe that it's about you letting your hair down, and I do believe June's going to bring a lot of surprises for you. I want to give you lucky numbers. Number 10. Legs 11. Sound like a bingo caller, don't I? 17. 27, 28. 29. And 36. Okay? You're such an old romantic, especially the Virgos. Taurus is one of the fixed signs of the zodiac, so they tend to dig deep into things. And Capricorns as well. I want to say that there's a new doorway opening for you. It's about putting the past behind you. You're moving forward. And I get lovers in the air. Some of you maybe have met somebody or you're interested in somebody, and it's about not feeling afraid. it's like you're getting a second chance of love again. And this time it's going to work. And for people who are in relationships, there's a new understanding coming in. But sometimes when we're not looking, that's when things happen. It's about definitely getting into the law of attraction. I'm getting all the metallic colours, and that's like reflection. So I feel it's as if I need to, the golds and the silvers and that. And it's a case of maybe you're thinking of painting your rooms in your homes with one of them colours, or wearing it. Who's into buying silver or gold? Or maybe it's like for protecting your aura, because you've been really struggling recently. And you are very practical and you're such hard workers. But some of you have been feeling it's as if like you're fed up. You want somebody to look after you. Some of you just need to, it would be nice to just be nurtured. But so you put this like wall up, and it's okay to ask for help. It doesn't mean it's weak. It's like you're tired, and for people who aren't working, you're still tired because you're always doing things for other people. So I want to give you all the metallic colours, the silver and the gold and all of that, and the platinum. Some of you have been thinking about changing your lifestyle or your looks, and even down to letting your silver hair come through, which is very modern now. It's the new. A lot of women are doing that now. Letting the natural come through, because there's a lot to be said for hair dye. Hair dye on the scalp. And there's been a recent thing about nail polish for women as well. With the gel, it's a no-no. So we'll have to be watching our beauty products as well. And men as well. Remember, these readings are gender fluid, so they're for everybody. Let's have a look. I get this feeling that some of you have been feeling a little bit unwell, and I need to give you the colour orange for energy. You need to change your diet. It's coming through really strong earth signs. Okay, and I'm also getting that silver hair again. So maybe it's for all single ladies or gentlemen, depending on what your preference do. There's a silver fox to come into your life. Ladies and gentlemen, watch for a silver fox. If you're looking for love, like a Richard Gere type. Okay. Also watch for a silver-haired gentleman bringing in some big news. There's a beautiful little dog coming in here. It looks like a little, oh my God, it's so cute. Where are you coming in from, sweetheart? Like a little spaniel, like floppy ears, fluffy. One's the mama. There's two of them. I've got all these dogs coming in here. And I've got a beautiful, like golden Labrador coming in for a male in the audience tonight. And there's a dad there. There's a fatherly dad coming in with him on. One of them's like quite a stocky type of dog, like one of them big dogs, what they call the American bull. But it's so sweet. It's coming in. It's charging in. It's a boy. And the father's got it, and he's bringing it in for a daughter in the audience and a male in the audience. I've got the dog. I've got them. Like a pit bull, yeah. And I want to bring a lovely, funny little black cat in. And he's little. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but it's little. And it was such a mystical cat. And it's been brought in for somebody in this audience. Because The person in the audience who lost this cat blamed themselves. But the person who had this black cat knew that it was more than a cat. And it just wants to say that I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. Animal communication. Who in the audience is animal communicators? I'll do another medium show again for you. And we're going to have a call in as well. I have to get it when my moderators can help us on Discord. Might do it next Tuesday for you. Next Tuesday or Thursday. Who's Linda? I've got a message for a Linda in the audience here. Baby news coming in. There's a Linda. There's a mother coming through for a Lynn or a Linda. I've just seen my dear friend Ches, who used to follow this show, God bless her. I made an announcement on Sunday about that. She sadly passed. Ches is coming through, smiling, sending love to our boys. Are you all right, Ches? Bless her. Taken too soon. She was massively into watching this programme, and she was massively into the truth community and for justice for America. Lovely lady. She's saying she met Bush. I don't know if that's true or not. She met Bush. And she was massively into politics. I didn't know that, Ches. If anybody knew Ches, they can let us know. There's a lot of people exiting on this planet at the minute. A lot of people exiting. But you need to know life is after life. I'm getting the eye of the tiger, and it's coming out really strong. When everything starts to change for people, all right, for earth signs, into June, there's going to be some huge world news. And I want to say, keep your feet firmly on the ground and get your dancing shoes on and get out there. Independent was trying to join your Discord, Louise, wasn't able to. So what you do is you open a Discord, all right, it's free, and then try clicking on it. That should work. Queen Wanda, Louise, my cat Tux, left 2 weeks after we separated and left the house. I'd have to look into it, Queen Wanda. It's possible. Star Traveller, my name is Linda, and people who know me well call me Lynn. Could be a message for you then. I feel it is. Yes. Cats are very unusual little characters, aren't they? Okay, what else do I say? So, for earth signs which are in relationships, there's a new understanding. Some of you have been worried about health or loved ones around you. Things are definitely going to pick up. Have faith, that's what I want to say. Because I do see hospitals here, but it could be something little, right? Doesn't mean it's anything major. Let the past go and stop worrying. That's what I want to say. Concentrate on you. Get music. Some of you are thinking about doing changes to your home. Some of you may be into buying and selling houses, that type of thing, property. Travel is on the cards here this year, and purchasing a new car, but be careful where you go to get that. I want to see around about the 23rd, 4th to the 20 and the 22nd's coming through as well. there's going to be huge news around you. You will get the chance of love again. Remember, you've got your soulmate, your twin soul. Or is there somebody close around you that you've been really worried about in the family? Remember, everything is frequency, everything is energy. And I want to say it's time to get your eyes tested, and I don't know what that means. It could just be metaphoric. Yeah, but that, unless you want to take that literally and go and get your eyes tested. I know I need my eyes tested. Yeah, glasses. It's about just checkups and stuff like that. And where there's been problems in around work, things are going to improve. New jobs on the horizon for some of yous out there. And the 16th is going to bring shocks and surprises. So I hope that's helped there. Erin, it's just gone, woo. Lisa, are you worried about your mum? I'd have to talk to you, Lisa, properly. Is that who I think it is? Erin. I get health issues, Lisa. Health issues. But it will be all right. Erin, any messages for me? There's a grandma with you, very strong in spirit, and she wants you to stop worrying. And stop worrying about money. It's coming through really strong. Get into the law of attraction, that type of thing. And he does love you. He does love you. Okay, I'm going to be doing a couple of personals as well. To hold out there, guys. I just want to get everybody's to get a message tonight. Right, okay. Right, so I gave you the colours. Was it the metallic colours, wasn't it? Okie dokie. Now give us 2 minutes because my saucer's gone a little bit OTT. So I'm just going to go and get this down the plug hole. And then we're going to do air signs and water signs, okay? Won't be a minute. Yeah, there's a lot of people worried about their money at the minute and worried about people's health and stuff like that. Good morning in Melbourne, Carrie. Oh, I always do that. I always put too much in. Right. Oh, this has got a lot in. Right. Next ones. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what's in store for you for the month of June. Remember, these are just general readings and it works for sun and moon rising as well. Okay. Geminis, one of my favourite star signs. I always get on well with Geminis. And my dear brother who passed, he was a Gemini. So funny. Such a funny guy. Loads of humour. Libras are very sensitive souls. I'm a Libra rising, so this works for Libras as well, or Libra risings. And Aquarius, one of my other favourite star signs. My beautiful granddaughter, who is very gifted, she's an Aquarius. They're very much artists and creators. And my understanding is Aquarius find it very easy to think out of the box. They are very dreamy characters. They're very different. They're very different. And Ellie, I'm so teed up, guys. Are you an Aquarius? That's where I get on really well with you, Lance. And that's why you get triggered with politics. You need to step back from it. I keep telling you need a break to come over here to the UK, and I'll take you up to Anna Castle where they filmed Harry Potter, and we'll just do crazy stuff like that. There's loads of history in the north of the UK, you know. Everybody, when they want to come to the UK, they always want to go to London. I know you get so triggered. You need to learn how to not get triggered. And actually, we've got loads of history up here, and I'm going to be at some point doing, I was talking about this on Sunday night, I'm going to be doing some amazing ghost hunting and stuff like that. And I believe we're going to call it Spirit Hunters. Spirit Hunters. I've got a crew together, and we're going to be going around to haunted locations. And all being well, with the lady I'm dating, she'll be on the videos with us, hopefully. So there you go. And me with our good friends. I've got Simon and Frank and Mei Ling. So we're going to be together. And then I've got another 2 army lads, because we need some big butch lads, because we're going to be going into some very scary places. I'm going to be taking you into tunnels where there's supposed to be reptilians and people go in and they don't come out, because I am a bit of an adrenaline junkie. I'm going to be going into haunted castles. I'm going to be going into woods. So you've got some treats coming. And Northumberland, where I live, is very, very haunted, and it's full of history. It's got a lot of Anglo-Saxon old villages, a lot of castles, that type of thing. Right, this is air signs. Don't I talk a lot? 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, I've been in cemeteries. The last time I was in a cemetery, you'll cringe when I tell you this, you'll not mind, but Franco Bertorelli, my best friend, he's Italian. I grew up with him, and his beautiful wife Mei Ling. And she's Chinese, which is British Chinese, if you know what I mean. And she's a lovely soul as well. She's a fairy elemental. Frank is, I don't know what Frank is. He's sort of earth angel starseed, but he's so funny, right? And anyway, Mei Ling wasn't there. And there was me and the lads, and we were in the middle of a cemetery in the middle of the night. And we were filming it, and the grey lady appeared, and it was chasing him across the graves, and he was running, and he was shouting, "Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia." And it was so funny. It was really, really so funny. He'll bring the humour in, you know. Frank will bring the humour in on my videos, and I'm hoping that he can be there, because I know he's a very busy guy. Right, this is air signs. You've probably met Simon. Simon's on some of my stuff I've done on my old videos on YouTube. He's calming, Simon. Frank's not. Frank is just Frank, and you love him. Okay. So, this is for the month of June for all air signs. Okay, so sit back and relax, and let's look into my teacup. All right, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All you sensitive souls out there. Oh, I've got the stars here, and I've got the cosmos. And it's all written in the stars for you this month there. All right, air signs. Some of you want to travel. Some of you are so itchy feet. You just feel so unbalanced. Again, it's part of this ascension. You feel like you're trudging and trickle. You're not getting anywhere. It's the same thing, day in, day out. And you need to write a plan. Now is the time to take control and follow your heart, what you need to do. Some of you who have been single for a while. Definitely love on the cards here for you, definitely. And it's going to come, excuse me, that's all the tea. It's going to come in around an unexpected journey or travel when you're not looking. when you're not looking. Some of you could write a book because you've been through a lot. And it's okay to say no. It is okay, air signs, to say no. All right. I'm getting all the colour blues for you, and I feel it's very refreshing, from crisp blues to midnight blue. And as I get midnight blue, I get the song Blue Velvet. Remember that? Blue Velvet. It's like you need to treat yourself. And I'm into colour therapy massively. And I did a video a little while ago about breathing in your colours. I'll do more on it. But blue is very calming and it's healing. Aquamarine, all of them colours. Maybe you need to paint your bedroom with a lovely turquoise, or you could always complement it with another colour, because how you've got your bedroom is good for healing as well. You need to declutter. Get rid of, do some feng shui in your bedrooms, and you need to clear away the clutter. It's coming out really interesting, that, because my bedroom is a mess at the minute and I need to declutter it. And because I'm a Libra rising, so that makes sense, that. Well, it doesn't look a mess on the surface, guys. I've got Monica cupboards, like our friends, So, like, this new woman that I've met, oh my good God. I don't want her in my wardrobes, because I would be like Monica trying to hide everything in the wardrobes, you know what I mean? Like, shouldn't it? Remember that storyline? So, so we need to do decluttering. Spring cleaning. And it makes you feel better. Lethargicness and tiredness is, a lot of it is, obviously I'm not a doctor, do you know what I mean? But, so go and get your health checks and that. But a lot of it is your diet, and obviously with, ascension, and a lot of you are empaths. And where there's been stress around work, you're getting triggered with certain people, take your crystals to work and that will really help. I'm going to give you some lucky numbers here. I'm getting 26, 27, 39, 36, number 12 and 21. Fireflies wearing turquoise now. I love that colour, turquoise. But, there's a lot of people who are struggling financially at the minute, Not all is. But it's about making the best of what you've got. It's your cup being half full, not half empty. From the moment you get out of bed in the morning, air signs, before you put your foot on the floor, think of something what makes you happy. Even if you've got the shittiest day ahead of you, think of something what makes you really feel happy, and hold on to that for at least 5 minutes, then get out of bed. Do your thing, get your breakfast, brush your teeth, whatever you need to do. Get your coffee. Then you'll find your day runs smoother. And if you feel your mood dropping, hold on to that good thought again. And it shifts things. So if people are being arsey around you, they stop being arsey when you're holding on to that good thought. Because everything's frequency, everything's energy. So I'm getting all the blues will really help you. And I want to say that with food as well, like blueberries. Yeah. Do your colour healing, breathing with the blues. Okay. But it's also, as blue is connected with your throat chakra, because even though you might express your views, you feel in your environment you can't express your views, and you are so angry with the world around you or people around you, because and you're going into that loop. So you need to, blue's good, but you need some pink and reds in there. I'm laughing about this because I know what Lance is like with these reds. But what I'm saying to you is that it's like I need to put pink and red in there to bring some passion in and some love in. Earth, you need to be around earth. So once you start finding, it could be a daft little hobby. It could be anything. It could be dog walking. It could be literally anything. Some of you might want to get into doing like a telescope and go stargazing or whatever. It's when you're doing things like you do, A, sometimes you can meet interesting people who are like-minded, and B, it shifts everything so people start being different around you because you're not concentrating on whatever's been winding you up. You're in your own little world, and it does it reflects on people around you. So it's about being careful on consuming what thoughts you've had. It's about doing some inner work. But I'm being given balancement, and it's all to do with around this throat chakra. It's here. And drink more water. Stop watching the news and stop winding yourself up. That's what I want to see. So for air signs who are in relationships, you will get time to be with your loved one, but there needs to be a balance there, because remember, linear time, we feel like it's going really fast, but there's actually no such thing as time once we start to ascend. It's about doing the interests together and passions coming back in. And for people who are happy in relationships, I just feel there's a lot of laughter this month. June's going to be a funny month. And celebrations and around a younger generation in the family. There's a dear mother coming in from spirit for somebody, like a grandmotherly, motherly energy. And I'm actually getting the name Paul, so I don't know if there's any Pauls in the audience tonight. Yeah, wonder if it is my Paul. He loves Mum, and I will pass that message on. It is Paul. But this could also be for another Paul as well, because my brother Paul was a Gemini. Oh, he wants to give a message. I knew he'd come in. Paul was massive into JFK stuff and all the intel. What are you getting? He's excited about the new Kennedy. Your grandfather, Jazz, was a Paul. Okay, well, I've got Paul coming in here as soon as I said Paul as well. He's excited because he sees the Democrat Party is going to change. So even though Paul was into the intel, he's probably a different spectrum to me. Paul was more blue, and I think I'm Virgin a little bit more red. Do you know what I mean? Even though we were Brits. But Paul is excited about what's going to change within the Democratic Party. He's seeing the rot's coming out, the good's coming in. But it'll take time after a shock. After a shock, that's what he's seeing. That's interesting. Celebrations are on the cards there for air signs, and it's about wedding invitations, party invitations. Just take them. Watch for a tall, dark stranger. Will bring you a key of love. A key of love. And also an inheritance or a large amount of money could come your way. Remember, these are general, but I'm getting a lot of luck actually in this teacup tonight for all air signs, okay? There's a little black dog what's coming in here. And I'm getting like the name Skip or something like that. Skip or something. It's interesting. Might mean something to somebody out there. Stop living in the closet. You come out of the closet. So stop living in the closet. Just let your hair down. Get your glad rags on. Stop worrying about what people are thinking. And when you stop worrying what people are thinking, and this doesn't mean just about people, on genders. Snoop. Yes. Is that your dog? Yes. It's about people who are frightened of what people think. And this could be around work situations or scenarios, or a lot of you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Treading on eggshells? Yeah, Snoop's coming through. Stop worrying what people are thinking. Because you've got a busy month, but an exciting month. All right? And I'll leave that one with you. So I hope that's helped. Live your own truth, exactly. I was enjoying these. We've got one more to do. Good God. It's been a long one tonight, but you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. You've got to do what you've got to do. Snoop passed last summer a puggle. Oh, bless. Well, look, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. All animals go over to the spirit, you know what I mean? All animals go over. I've overdone that again. You're going to understand after I've done the show, I can't go straight to bed. You know what I mean? After all this tea, I'll be probably up for another hour trying to chill down. Yes, I do believe so, Johnny. Right, the last ones. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for all water signs. You miss them greatly. Our animals are spirit beings in a fursuit or a feather suit or whatever. They are the same as us. Behind them brown eyes is a soul. Is a soul. Bless. And I do believe when we cross over, our animals are over there the same as our loved ones. Project and call that tea. I will be going to the bathroom every 5 minutes for the next hour. Oh, yes. Could you imagine if this had had brandy or whiskey in, guys? I would have been, oh my God, by now. Could you imagine it? I've got a very dear client friend, and she's so funny. She's called Maggie, and she's from Northern Ireland. And when she comes and says this, she brings over our Irish a whiskey and that. And of course, you know, she insists that she's going to put it in my coffee. And the last time she was over here, I was quite merry was the word. She's funny. Right, I'm just, I am so full. I don't think I'll ever have another cup of tea again after this tonight. Alright, just drain this. There's a horrible fly in here. Who believes flies have spirit? Because who has flies in the house what charge at you? Yeah, Irish cream coffee. It was running up. I was in Tesco's. It was quite a while back. The kids were young; they were teenagers, and as usual, I have, you know, to do my Christmas food shopping. I'd left it really late, and there was queues everywhere, and they had assistants in the alleyways with little Irish, you know, cream coffee, little samples, and it was late at night. And I kept knocking them back, and there was loads of assistants, and I kept taking the little Irish. I was sloshed by the time I got to the till, and with a lovely glow going through it, it's like a hot torch. It was. I was flowing. I was really flowing, chucking the fucking turkeys in the fucking spuds and the fucking trolley. I couldn't give a shit. I was so happy. Right. And coming up the path with all my groceries, and Adam, you know, have you got me cookies? Oh, yes, I've got your cookies, son. Water signs for the month of June. 1, 3. Yeah, a lot of stress for women and men, I suppose, but definitely women running up to Christmas, if you're into that type of thing. And I hate Christmas shopping. I don't like shopping anyway. I'm not a woman what likes shopping. I'm really not. I tend to try and do as much as I can online. Oh, that's an interesting one. And it's I don't like doing Christmas food shopping and going around the aisles and that, because I just get angry with people. I don't know what you guys are like, but I get angry with loads of shoppers in front of us and pushing into us. You know what I mean? Right, let's see what's in store for the month of June. Yeah, I've got to tell you this funny story, guys. This is so funny. So it was late one night. I was in Tesco's, and and there was hardly anybody in. You know, I think it's when you go to a superstore late at night, you find there's either a lot of gay single people roaming around or single people roaming around. I don't know why it is. Students, maybe it's the odd student. But anyway, there was hardly anybody in, and it was really late at night, and I was coming down the freezer aisle, and I got to the end, all right, and I bumped straight in to a woman with a big, one of them yash macs on. All you could see was her eyes. She was a huge woman, very well endowed lady. And we went like that and collided with our trolleys and both screamed at the same time. It was so funny. It was so funny. I mean, this woman was like an Amazon woman. She was a really statuesque woman with a big black cloak on with just her eyes like that. But because we both got a shock and we started to roar with laughter, but it was quite frightening, really. Like nobody about, and then I just went like that with her. And I don't know why she was shocked about me, but I was like, I think she was screaming at me because I screamed. And it was like something off a comedy movie. It was so funny. It was so funny. I just thought I would tell you that. Right. So this is for the month of June. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And this is really interesting. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Scorpio, guys, right? But I am getting, this is for all water signs, I'm getting souls matched in heaven. Whoop, whoop, whoop. But this is also for people who are in relationships, new understanding, but this could also be to do with friendships as well. Friendships as well. I'm getting that song, Diamonds Are Forever. That's like Shirley Bassey, isn't it? But I'm actually getting then Nothing Is Forever. And it's about living your life as best as you can. It's as if live your life as... This is what I'm getting for water signs. Live your life like it's your last day of your life. And live, love, and be happy and laugh. Everything's frequency, everything's energy. Where there's been worry, things are going to calm down. This is interesting. I'm getting... What colours am I getting? I'm getting all the mysterious, like the magentas and the purples and the dark maroons. Exotic dark colours. But then I'm also getting, and it's going boof right out of this crystal ball, is yellow. The sun yellow. So maybe you might want to experiment, paint a room yellow or buy a yellow top or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Lucky colours which are coming in there for you. I'm also getting a lot of different colours coming in for the water signs. So maybe there's a transition coming in for the water signs this June, because I'm also getting the lucky Irish leprechaun green. And it's to do with money as well. All hard work is going to pay off, but you need to stop being so serious and take time out. It's like you're going to go somewhere really old-fashioned. And it could be like an old historic building, or like a place where you're going to get like a really bizarre feeling's going to happen. It could be where you sense something, or you get a deja vu, or you're going to get some huge downloads, water signs, this month, should I say. Watch for baby news coming in again. Messages from heaven's being given. And I get a lot of love coming in from spirit for all your loved ones. What I'm actually getting is that they're going to have a massive jump in of ascension. It's round about Capricorn moon time. Is that mid-June? There's going to be some massive downloads and becoming more sensitive, empathic, more intuitive. So for single water signs out there, love is definitely in the air. And for water signs what are in relationships, there's a new understanding, less bickering. Whether you felt like there's been a separation, it will be okay. Don't go back. Don't walk away. Just hover and work at you, and then suggest things that you and your partner can do. There's either an agree to disagree, but it is the wrong time to walk away if you are having difficulties. Or maybe you truly love your spouse, but you just feel like you just need your own space, and that is part of ascension as well. Part of ascension. Okay. There's a baby girl to come into the family. And also a baby boy as well. A boy with blonde hair. You've waited a long time for this grandchild, or this child. The one who holds the baby girl with the dark hair with a rosebud mouth. She's tiny like a doll, and she will be a very gifted child. I'm going to give you some lucky numbers, water signs. 19, 21, 24. 32, 39, 36. And number 5. Okay. Was that 15? If you're 15 as well. Might be 15. Okay. But remember, you've got to be in it to win it. But these are your lucky numbers, not just for lottery. They could be for messages from heaven, from loved ones who are coming through with birthdays, memories, passings. There is a storm what has been brewing for a while. It's like if you get a Coca-Cola and you put the tight lid on and you shake it, and then if you take the lid off, it all comes spewing out. But if you just release it to let the steam out, that's been your temper, and it has been so tested. Because you're looking for your soul family, or a certain person who's been agitating you. But when you let it out slowly and do it the right way, or if somebody, you feel like you want to get something off your chest, then it's better because there's no mess afterwards. Don't act in haste into the second week or so into June. Do it slowly and then it'll be less messy. Vacations on the cards there, travel. And when you go dressed up like a casino or somewhere, there will be some luck. And an offer will be placed on the table from a grand house or a mansion or a stately home. That sounds a bit cryptic, that, doesn't it? Remember, these are just brief readings, but that's for the month of June there. All right. See if there's anything else. W and M. It's coming through very strong. W and M. Big news, big news. Sometimes when something looks so small and you think you've won something and you haven't. Well, you've won something and it doesn't look like nothing. But actually when you go to take the ticket in, it actually is worth a lot more. It's like a nice surprise like that. Or it's something that you think you're receiving, you're thinking, oh, well, whatever, I'm receiving something and it's just nothing. But it's actually going to be a big surprise for you. Okay, so I hope that's helped there. Right, whew. That's the month of June for all star signs. And if you missed it, you can replay it. I've gone really tired, guys. It's 25 to 3 in the morning. But if you like this, I'll do it again and we'll pick out people. I don't know if it's going to be Tuesday or Thursday of next week. I'll find out which one my moderators can help us with for the phone call. And if you like it, I could do the tea leaves for you personally with phone call readings. I hope you have enjoyed that, because you've had a channeling tonight as well, guys, as well. Yeah, very interesting. 3.5 hours. Long one tonight, hasn't it? So I hope that's helped, guys. And yeah. Well, I'm going to be busy. I'll be busy on Saturday and I'll be back on here on Sunday. Just for Twitch. But what I'll do is I'll take clips for you for who can't make it on Twitch. I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. And comment on the link below if you liked the unexpected, should I say, visitation from the Queen. I'll have to listen back to it. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Be strong and keep calm and carry on, as we say in the United Kingdom. And I'll see you soon. Did you like it? It was different, wasn't it? Well, I didn't expect the Queen to come through. I think there was some coded messages in there. But I'll see you again soon. May the force be with you all, guys. Take care now. Now, how do I get out of here? I've got E to I. He's doing me head in. Yeah? It's like nearly 3 o'clock in the morning, man. What do you want? Right, he's given us this song for you. Mrs. Robertson. Again, he's got it really strong. Do, 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 do. I think he just likes the song. He says there's a sign, there's a message in this song. We need to listen to it, the lyrics. Again, Simon and Garfunkel, that wasn't it? Mrs. Robinson. Do, 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 do. Seriously. Right, well, I'll not sing the verse. I'll not sing the chorus. We'd like to know a little bit about you from our files. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. Right, I'll not sing the you, Mrs. Robinson. Right, okay, he's going up at the next bit. He's excited. You've got to listen to this. Hide it in a hiding place where no one else goes. Put it in your pantry with your cupcakes. It's a little secret, just the Robinsons' affair. Most of all, you've got to hide it from the kids. Cuckoo-coo-choo, do-do-do-do-do. Right, next bit. This is interesting. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Going to the candidates' debate. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Everywhere you look at this, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Joe. Our nation turns its lonely eyes on you. Woo, woo, woo. Interesting. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Jolton Joe has left and gone away. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Do, 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 do. Good night, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.